I have the best and most fun build on NBA 2K23. In this video, you'll see me ISOing, just going crazy on the twos. And if you want to make this build, I'll leave a link in the description. Now, before we get into the video, let me show you guys the badges that I've been running. Now, this is the finishing badge setup that I've been running. Normally, I would actually have posterizer cored on Hall of Fame, but there's a glitch right now where you just can't core it past silver. If you guys have this build, this has probably happened to you, but you guys will see. With silver posterizer, just because my driving dunk is so high, I can still get a contact literally every time I try. This is a shooting badge setup that I've been running. This is my playmaking badge setup right here. And lastly, these are the defensive badges that I use. Now I want to just get right into the gameplay. But before I do, if you guys do enjoy this video or you just want to help me out, do me a favor and drop a like. And if you're new to the channel, do not hesitate to hit that subscribe button. But alright, let me get into some gameplay and show you guys how fun and overpowered this build really is. So you guys are going to see throughout these gameplays how I play and my play style in this game. Now, first thing I do want to note, I'm definitely not a dribble god. I haven't ran into many dribble gods, I would say. I did actually run into one in one of these games, by the way. I had to throw that in there. Wide open reverse layup miss. I heard that shot close is what impacts stuff like that, and as of right now, my shot close is not max. That's why I missed that. But you guys are going to see, especially in these first few gameplays here, that yes, I have a 99 driving dunk, so I'm going to dunk the ball, obviously, but I like to cook for threes. I don't know. That's kind of always been what I do when I ISO. 2K20, 2K17, when I ISO. I've just always been a person that likes ISOing for threes. Although this year, that would be kind of weird since I do have a 99 driving dunk. And you guys saw in the intro where I showed you my badges that I do only have silver posterizer right now. But you guys are going to see it doesn't matter. I wasn't going for many contact dunks in these gameplays. I definitely got some, so you guys are going to see those. But I wasn't going for many because I have a video planned showing you guys how absolutely broken contact dunks are. I've seen a lot of comments on my videos where people, or mainly my build video, where people are saying there's no reason for a 99 driving dunk, just make it 93. But I don't think you guys understand. After playing with this build and coring this posterizer badge on silver, which I'm using in this gameplay so I can have Hall of Fame limitless, I feel like the posterizer badge tier does not matter as much as the driving dunk, because I'm getting a contact dunk still every single play, every time I try. Now, there is one badge I'll say that does affect my contact dunk, and that's anchor. If you go against a center or just somebody running anchor on a high tier, you're not going to contact dunk on them. It'll cancel your animation. But you guys see, I still go for one. Unfortunately, he wasn't helping out enough in the paint, so I couldn't get a contact dunk right there. You guys are going to see, if you saw my dunk video, which I don't usually say a lot of my videos are like a must-watch kind of thing, but if you didn't watch my last video where I showed you guys not only the best dunk packages in the game, which you guys have been asking for, but I showed you guys literally how to trigger the exact dunk you want. I really think that that video will help you guys out so much if you haven't seen it. But yeah, you're gonna see me just abuse that in these gameplays. When I drive right, I'm gonna get my one-handed tomahawk that they can't block. When I drive towards the middle, I'm gonna get my quick drops off one that they cannot block. You see, I drive right, easy tomahawks off one. I mean, that didn't matter. I wasn't going to get blocked anyway, but that's just super important and something that'll really help. You see, I go down the middle, and I wanted to force a contact dunk, and that time I did green it. Now, I want to know your guys' feelings, mainly people who made my build. How do you feel about the dunk meter in Park, okay? Because if you guys know, see, by the way, right there, that man canceled out my dunk. That might have been anchor. I'm not sure if he had anchor on, but if you guys tried coring posterizer, which I did, I literally played my career for an hour and a half, probably less than that, and I cored my posterizer completely to Hall of Fame. I cored it to Hall of Fame, and then I got on 2K a couple days later, and it was just reset for some reason. It reset and it only cored onto silver, even though I completed it. But what I was going to say is right there, although I greened that one, in my career, the meter is just, I don't know if it's easier, but I was greening all my contact dunks in my career, and not only was I greening them, but you get one every single play against the bots. I know people were asking me, how do you core your posterizer? It's simple. You go into my career, you call for a pick and roll, and then once you hit maybe past the free throw line, like behind it, you just go for a contact dunk. Right there is a contact dunk without actually going for a contact dunk. those I'm not going to say are super rare on this build, because I can definitely get them, but I don't normally go up with contested dunks unless I'm literally going for the contact dunk, right? Like getting the meter. So I don't really get those that often. But to see that I can get those on this build, I don't really see many other builds get contact dunks like that. But I don't want to get off track. I was just talking about my meter and what I wanted to ask you guys, and that was, how do you guys feel about the meter in Park? Now, it was the same thing in Rec. When I played my career, I was greening every single contact dunk. But when I come to the Park, I actually struggle to time my meter. It'll take me like a game or two to get the timing down. But like, if you guys understand, you have this build, it's a different timing depending on the dunk that you have. By the way, right there was a rare LeBron James dunk package. It is literally further than the quick drops, not the quick drop. It's literally further than the tomahawks off one, which is insane to think about. That thing made me dunk from almost the 3-point line. You see, I love cooking for threes. That's what I'm doing, but I keep getting off topic. Do you guys think that the meter in Park is a little bit delayed and that they need to fix it? Now, obviously, I know online latency is gonna be a thing, but it's just, I don't know, it feels so smooth in my career. Like, I know jump shots are not as delayed in Park as they are in my career. Like, look at that. That's a wide open dunk that I promise you I shouldn't miss. I shouldn't miss that. But there's like a slight delay on the meter in Park for dunking. And if there wasn't, guys, if there wasn't a delay and I could time this contact dunks every single time, if I could time contact dunks every time, this build would literally be unstoppable, because I don't want to say every single time I try without fail, 100% of the time, if I go for a contact dunk, I'm going to get it. But I promise you guys, it's higher than 80%. It might be 90%, where if somebody's bumping me, if the center's sitting in the paint and they don't have anchor on a high tier, I have to say that again, and they don't have anchor on a high tier, I will get a contact dunk. I will pull them into a dunk animation and I will contact them. I think you guys are gonna see right here what happens. I go for a contact dunk or two and I just miss. I don't know what is going on with my timing, especially during these gameplays, but you see, that one wasn't even close. Now, it could be because that was a longer dunk and I wasn't anticipating it, which is a tough thing about the contact dunks, timing them. But you guys are gonna see I go for one again, and I'm not going to mistime that one. The other one was much cooler. I didn't even get contact with them on that one, so the meter is more forgiving. But you guys are going to see right here, easy dot. Like I said, I love dotting my centers on the first or second possession of the game to make that corner player kind of respect them. I tried doing it again here. They didn't help, but my guy ended up jumping, thinking I was going to dunk it, got caught out of the play. I greened that. And this is what I was talking about that dribble guy earlier. This man was, I'm not going to show you all the possessions he was doing, but he was doing that kind of stuff when they got the ball, I don't know, maybe 3 times, 4 times this game. That guy was trying to do those half spins, those spin backs, trying to do it between the legs. And if that's how you want to play, I'm not going to say anything, because I can understand why that would be fun. It's probably a really fun play style to do and dribble like that. But if you want me to be honest, yeah, it's going to work against bums. It's not going to work against good players. As you see, Mullah was not going to watch that. He saw him doing that, and he literally ripped him on his first time trying it. I was like, this is a mini Steezo. You see I hit him with the hop back. He comes up thinking I'm going to shoot. Easy dunk, little tomahawks off one. I absolutely love that dunk package, and I'm sure you guys know that. Get in between them. Quick drops off one that time, like I said earlier in the video, but I'm going to say it again because of how important I think it is. If you want to be a really elite ISO player, go watch my last video where I show you guys the best dunks in the game and how to trigger them exactly. And if you made it towards the end of the video here, there's one more thing that I want to ask you. Please comment how you feel about the meter, especially in Park. But what I want to ask you guys, and this is strictly to the people who have my build, this build that I'm using in this gameplay, my only 6'8" build, how do you feel about this build defensive wise? Because for me personally, I don't struggle at all. Now, I don't go against people that are like, I'm gonna go against post scores and guard them, but I don't know, I genuinely do not feel like this build is weak on defense. Like, the 2 most important defensive stats this year is perimeter defense and steal. And on this build, you get a 90 perimeter, which is higher than most people's builds, and then an 82 steal. Now, I see people complaining saying, well, Quill, your build doesn't get the best defensive badges. And in my opinion, the defensive badges this year, besides like anchor, are really whack. I don't think clamps really matters this year, because I'm telling you guys, if I'm bumping somebody, they are not going to get by me. And I don't have strength either, but you see, once again right there, I couldn't get the meter timing down. But that was my question. The two questions I have for this video. Number one, how do you feel about the meter, the dunk meter, specifically in park, compared to my career if you've tried it? And question number two, how do you feel about the defense on this build? As you see, one thing I get a lot on this build, as I catch a contact right there, is I get a lot of steals, and that's because you have a max wingspan, and that 82 steal is more than high enough to get those really good animations. And if you saw at the beginning of the gameplay, I run interceptor on silver, probably my favorite defensive badge. If you guys are just a high IQ defensive player, especially on the twos where it's so easy to read lanes, because there's literally two people you have to worry about, and one of them has the ball, so you just have to play the pass lane to the other person. Interceptor and that 82 steal with the max wingspan is super important. But this video is about to wrap up. You guys see, like I said in the beginning of the video, when I want to, this build just, he can't be guarded. I don't know. It might be the 99 driving dunk. It might be the ISO, the 6'8", but this build, you can't guard him. And then when you do play good defense, I'm going to catch a body on you. But we're going to wrap this game up here. I'm going to end up cooking this guy for a contact dunk. Unfortunately, his center ran over the Mulan, didn't even allow me to catch a body. But if you guys did enjoy this video, do me a favor and leave a like, sub if you're new, and I'm out.